So I found these articles that stopped me in my tracks, and they talk about the narcissistic brain and how it functions. There are links to different articles in the description for you to read through yourselves. I'm hoping this information will help reinforce your healing. Being raised in a narcissistic home, common questions that you may ask yourself are, how can my own parents treat me like this? How can my parents not love me? These questions tend to come from a place of deep pain and hurt. I think these articles can help answer these questions. This article I found from Psych Central talks about researchers and Dr. Stephen Rupke, a professor in the Department of Psychiatry from Berlin, Germany, who performed brain MRI scans on 34 individuals. 17 of them suffered from the narcissistic personality disorder, and the other 17 were not suffering from the disorder. They compared the scans and found that pathological narcissists have less gray matter in their cerebral cortex called the left anterior insula. This part of the brain that is tied to empathy and is also known to involve cognitive function and regulation of emotion. The gray matter is responsible for providing nutrients and energy to neurons. These researchers also discovered that the amount of empathy a person is able to show is related to the amount of gray matter they have found in this portion of the brain. So for me, that would explain why there's different severities of narcissism. Dr. Rupke states, these results are important because they stick very well with our theories of narcissistic personality disorder. Sommers, Krusemark, and Roningstam found that clinical presentation of NPD suggests that empathy is not simply deficient, but it's dysfunctional, which contributes to not understanding the responses or emotions of others. Dr. Roy Lee performed studies that found NPD to be marked with increased oxidative stress in the blood and is connected to interpersonal hypersensitivity, which means conversations with loved ones often end in misunderstandings, conflict, and hurt feelings. It's a molecular imbalance, and these imbalances create stress that goes through the brain and the body. They found that oxidative stress is related to expressions of shame. David Chester did research and found that NPD struggles to have rewarding thoughts and feelings about themselves, having low self-esteem. They found that this involves an excessively high focus on the self in combination with an extremely low regards for others, which includes engaging with others' viewpoints. When having an argument, they tend to not be able to see your side of it.